think, act, and prosper. You are now tuned into the Money Level Show.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Money Level Show, where we think, act, and prosper. And so today, I'm just going to give a short video on just the uranium space. So now, I've been talking about uranium for a while. I've given the thesis about the supply and demand issue that they are seeing, and then also the clean energy initiative that is going to be very bullish for uranium. You have a lot more positive sentiment shifting towards uranium, which uranium has been demonized a lot in the past because of its nuclear energy being used for wars, and then also nuclear disasters such as Fukushima and things like that. But now there's a lot more positive sentiment, especially from governments and entities like that are actually being more favorable for uranium. And so I've seen this week, uranium stocks pop up quite a bit because of a lot of people coming into the space. And then we're also seeing some changes within the uranium market with contracts and things like that. And so it is looking very bullish at the moment. I mean, I've seen my portfolio jump up quite a bit because of my uranium holdings. I mean, and sometimes I was buying some of these holdings at a certain price and then it would drop, and then I just kept holding on to it, or I would buy more. And then now I'm seeing that every single uranium stock that I bought is over the price that I bought it at. And so I'm seeing some profits in that. And so I'm gonna give a couple of stock picks that I actually invest in, just so that you all can see what am I actually doing in this uranium space when I talk about it. So I'm gonna start off by saying I am not a uranium expert. I do not do the due diligence of researching deeply into what's going on in the space. I actually listen to a lot of interviews of people talking about it, but I have not dove into that myself. And I leave that to the professionals to do that, because I'm not a professional uranium expert that researches every single thing about it. However, I do have an interview coming up with a uranium expert that I'm going to bring on the channel, and it's going to be very good for you guys to listen to this interview. So I encourage you to watch it as soon as it comes out, because he has been around, he's spoken about uranium in a lot of different spaces, and he does a lot of research and has his own research business based off uranium. And so he's going to go more into detail about what's happening in the uranium space. And so a couple of my stock picks that I'm actually investing in. The first one is CCJ, which is Cameco. This company has been around for a long time. It's one of the large caps of uranium production and mining. I've talked about some of their mines being shut down due to COVID and during the pandemic. That has been very more bullish for uranium because of the supply reducing and the demand still being there for uranium being 10% of the global electricity supply. And so Cameco is the biggest uranium miner and producer next to Kazatomprom, which Kazatomprom, you have to be able to access the stock exchange in England to be able to invest in Kazatomprom. So Cameco is actually on the New York Stock Exchange, where you can invest in, and the ticker is CCJ. So this is one of the biggest companies that is a safe bet for uranium that you can actually invest in and things like that. And again, I'm not giving financial advice, but this is one that I actually buy. So that's one. The next one is NextGen. NextGen was actually a cheaper stock that I started buying at around $3, or a little bit less than $3. And now it is skyrocketed to over $4. It's about $4.60, 70 cents, something like that at the time of this recording. So NextGen is also a miner and producer, and they have some of the highest quality uranium out there on the market. And then they also have a huge projects that are going on in different places of the world, where they have a huge amount of acres that they are mining uranium on. And this company is based out of Canada, and that is one other company that I am investing in. So I just wanted to give you two stock picks, and I'm not gonna go deep into their financials and things like that, structure and stuff, but I just wanted to provide you two companies that I am investing in so that you all know a little bit more about what is in my portfolio. I mean, I've talked a lot about these macro concepts, but I hardly share what's in my portfolio outside of like gold and silver and things like that. So I wanted to share those two stock picks that I am actually investing in. And so I encourage you to do your own due diligence. I want to thank you all for joining today, and be sure to be on the lookout for this uranium interview with the guests that I have coming on the show. And so I want to thank you all for joining me today. All right, peace.